Hey, it's Zach. Welcome back for another awesome release. As you can tell from the screen here, every time we do a release, that plugin counter keeps on going up because we just cannot stop adding new stuff to our products. Don't forget, if you aren't already a subscriber, all 106 of our tools are in a single plugin that come in one package at one price of $1,000 per month. With all of our 106 tools on, we take just less than a second off of your login speed, login timings, as well as your loan open timings. If you want to try for 30 days our plugin, you can do so just by going to sharkybyte.com, registering real quick, and clicking download. Also, we are a month-to-month, no long-term contract company, so for both of our products, for plugin and for our Ocean product, that is month to month, no long-term agreements to sign. And on that note, let's get into it. Alright, so the first tool that we're going to look at is going to be the bridge loan tool. Simply put, if you have a bridged loan, this tool will copy the user inputs to the original loan. So if you enter information into three fields, just those three fields that were user changed will get copied over into the original loan. Alright, the second new tool that we have is going to be intent to proceed. So just as the name sounds like, this will trigger intent to proceed with disclosures. There's three options for doing it, for triggering it. You can either do it by the eConsent field being completed. On loan open, we can check to see if intent proceed is ready, or if you wanted to trigger it through some kind of a document attachment being added, you can do it that way, or you can do a combination or all three. And again, that will mark the disclosure tracking record intent to proceed. Yes, so the next thing that we have is going to be for our duplicate check. The ask was for checking all borrowers in a loan as well as borrowers in other loans. So we have added that feature as well as these columns here that show you the current role and the matched role. So if it's co-borrower on your current loan, but it's a borrower on another loan, or if it's co-borrower number 2, if it's borrower number 2, we will show who that is and who it matches with and all the information there. Next up is going to be the UPS, or USPS rather, sorry. So we added two new features to this. If you wanted to hide the comparison pop-up, which pops up and says, hey, here's the address that you entered, here is the newly formatted address based on the findings from USPS, you can actually just hide that, and that will skip that step and just go on to the verification or the non-verification, as well as verification field. So if you wanted to mark a field address verified, you can do that. And as a note, that field does need to be a yes, no, and not a checkbox. Next up is going to be an upgrade to our print URL to eFolder tool. So this tool used to be pretty simple, but we have since upgraded this so that you can specify the URL, the document bucket that you want it to print to, the name of the attachment, as well as the size of the print from the browser. So if you're not already aware of this tool, you can provide a URL. It will take the browser to that URL and capture a screenshot and upload that for you. Next up is our new borrower import tool. For this tool, just as the name sounds, you copy in a loan number, hit lookup, it will pull in the borrowers, so each either co-borrower or borrower from all the pairs. You select one, select your template. So the template would be which field specifically you want to import, and this is going to be a single borrower at a time here. You select which borrower pair you want to copy this to. If you're creating a new borrower pair here, it will do that for you. And then you just select whether you want it to be the borrower or not. If you deselect this, that's going to be for the co-borrower. You hit import, And you can see now we got 2 of 2, and we have successfully imported this second borrower here. Let's see here. Next up is going to be loan info panel. So there's a bug fix where this wasn't showing dynamic field data good enough. So if the data was very long, it was getting truncated, and you sometimes weren't able to see anything depending on what was up here. That's been fixed. We fixed a small issue with eConsent, our eConsent to eFolder plugin, so automatically downloading the eConsent. See, right there. So that's all fixed. Everything's good. We also made a small upgrade to our users tool so that you can now see a password never expires column. And last but not least, which I believe we already saw, was going to be the duplicate loan. I mentioned them both, but the addition was if you wanted to check for more than one bar repair on the current loan that you're in, this will cycle through all the bar repairs and search for duplicates. Last but not least is going to be in our Ocean tool. Let me pull that up. Okay, so in our emailing portion, let me resize this just a little bit. If you're doing for each loan and you were adding a document and that document didn't exist, the automation would just stop on the loan that it didn't find an attachment for. That has been fixed. So now if you have an automation and it doesn't find any attachments in that loan, it will just skip along and keep on moving. And that is going to conclude our release for today. So don't forget to get out there if you don't already have our plugin and download it, test it out, subscribe to it. Again, it's the best deal out there in Encompass Land. All 106 tools for one price. And any requests that you have, any new tools that you think we should have, or any upgrades to existing tools, we do those for free, so you don't have to pay for custom dev. And we do releases like this every week, or we try to do them about every week. So you'll constantly be getting new updates. And if you have any questions, you can email me at zachary@sharkybyte.com. Thank you.